He began in England, working for the English Electric Company. Then he came to Canada and started Russell Technologies in 1972 with a $500 business loan. He used the money as down payment on a van and converted it into a mobile darkroom for developing X-ray pictures of the innards of pressure vessels. Julie, his wife and business partner, often helped and managed the books. Their biggest break came when they won a contract to do inspections for a major refinery. Here's Cam Morton with the rest of the story.
It's almost 25 years since Dave Russell painted his name on the side of a pickup and went into business. He began as a welding inspector, lugging his X-ray gear to wherever there were pipes being joined. But before long, he was spreading his wings.
After the 1970s fizzled out a little bit, we started to reconfigure our business around maintenance inspection. And we now do most of the large plants around Edmonton.
Refineries, power plants, it was like a whole new world.
Some of these customers wanted us to inspect their carbon steel heat exchanger tubes, boilers, downhole casing, and other ferromagnetic piping products. This is a corrosion pit in the bottom.
And just a few years later, Russell's people used very similar techniques to come up with an exceptional new tool for inspecting carbon steel tubing. By now, the R&D people weren't just developing new tools for the inspection department, the company was selling them worldwide.
Products range from field meters for sensing radiation intensity to the latest, which is the waterline inspection tool. This is the latest 8-inch waterline tool.
The waterline inspection tool, what Russell calls the hydroscope, a technology developed for the energy industry, now adapted and extended into the very lifelines of our towns and cities.
Yeah, it's awfully cut tight.
Well, if you've ever watched the Ninja Turtles, you know the water system down there is a mysterious universe. It's old. Here in Edmonton, some of it 50 years and more. In other parts of North America, much older. And Mother Nature will have her way.
What we're experiencing in Edmonton right now is frost heave, which is making these pipes move around. Because they're moving around, these plugs of corrosion are popping out and creating a leak.
Trouble is, the process of decay in these pipes is neither even nor predictable. We know there's a problem only when it comes right up and laps at our ankles. Just in this one city, the annual budget for replacing old cast iron pipe is $12 million. But until now, it's been somewhat haphazard. It's usually emergency work, and that's expensive. So you can see why Russell had no trouble getting the City of Edmonton's water department to help field test an alternative.
It has electronics inside it and a series of coils which send signals out through the pipe and back again. Mm-hmm. We monitor the changes to the signals which are affected by the integrity of the pipe.
This is the one you tested in Edmonton?
That's correct. This has been through 9 or 10 lines in the City of Edmonton.
And Edmonton is clearly not the only city that's impressed with the result. That newer and larger unit Russell showed us was being prepared for a long journey.
We have a licensee now in Australia who is inspecting the pipes over there for the various water boards. And this is an ideal situation. In fact, one of the fellows is here this week for training.
Does that reduce the noise content?
Significantly.
Dave Russell is quick to credit Edmonton's City Water Department for its role in testing these tools, and he's convinced it will pay the city some definite rewards.
The developer of the system is right here, and we're very close to go up that learning curve together with them.
The potential market for these tools is huge, but Russell is determined that his company should keep its equilibrium. That means a balance among the manufacturing, research, and field services divisions, and between the sometimes competing interests of the original owners, a group of highly skilled and professional employees, and investors. Dave and Julie Russell sold 40% of the company to the Churchill Corporation a few years ago to finance expansion and research.
To some degree, we've had to satisfy shareholders that have been a little bit reticent about spending as much money as we do on research, because right now about 10% of our gross revenue goes on research and development of new products.
10% sounds like a lot, but as Russell points out, 25% of those company revenues now come from the products of that research. For the Risk Takers, I'm Cam Morton.